Look, it's the Duke's son.
No, that's Satan's son.
Hang him from the gibbet!
Die, heretic.
Kill him!
Dwellers of Villa de Fontenegra, behold the power of the Inquisition! No son of Satan will ever escape the wrath of God, not even he who hides in noble garments. Shut up, you murdering swine! I'll give you good reason to squeal when I start torturing you.
My name is Miguel de Castro, son of the Duke of Fuentenegra. If you help me escape, my father will reward you with gold.
Thanks for your offer, Don Miguel, but that's not going to happen. The Inquisition accuses you of being a son of Satan because of your ability to understand all languages. For this reason, your father has been forced to disown you.
I am not Satan's son.
I believe you, Miguel. I do. But unfortunately for you, my opinion is of no importance. Unlike the cretins in this superstitious village, I don't believe in the existence of God or the devil.
Why is there a...
Like you, it awaits its turn to be tortured and judged.
What's my disgusting cell companion?
With sacrilege. The monk who took care of it cut himself with a farming tool. The pig smelled the blood, went wild, and ate him.
That's murder, not sacrilege.
Were it only a murder, it wouldn't be judged by the Inquisition, but by you. The monk had just received communion, you see. According to the church, he had Christ's body inside him. So the hog received communion by eating the monk. And as we all know, taking communion without being baptized is a sacrilege. One common of demons. It's total foolishness, but...
you crazy? How can you...
This isn't the first time. Months ago, a bunch of term. The French Inquisition, on its side, got an org to confess a crime.
That really is crazy.
Oh, the Inquisition is a magnificent craze. In any case, once you get to know my...
Are you crazy?
This isn't the French...
That really...
Oh,
So then, you're going to torture...
I will admit, it's not as satisfying as torturing a human being. As soon as I finish with you...
But if the noise that the hog makes annoys you...
It's true that the crying of a baby would disturb my dreams. But the cries of a baby being torn apart by my own hands would embellish them.
You drink all the time.
He who has soldiered long enough becomes immune to alcohol. And crab lice, for that matter, Don Miguel. There are things a man does to forget what he did today and face what he'll do tomorrow.
Are you going to...
Yes, I am. They'll ask questions you have no answer for. Like all prisoners, you'll hang on to a vain hope of survival. It'll take you hours to confess. With a little bit of luck, I'll get to use all my instruments on you.
How does the boot work?
You turn the handle to separate the two boards as much as possible. Then you put the prisoner's ankle between them.
That sarcophagus beside the door is an Iron Maiden, right?
Yes, you put the prisoner inside and close the door very slowly. Oh, the agony is long and extremely painful.
There was oil inside the cauldron in my cell, wasn't there?
The usual procedure is to boil the oil and then pour it over the prisoner. I prefer to combine it with metal funnels to fill his orifices.
There's a wooden board with holes in my cell. What's it for?
It amazes me that you've never seen the stocks before. The Duke, your former father, must have used it on his vassals very often. Right, the head goes in the big opening, your arms or legs in the small ones. Then it's taken to the public square for public scorn.
What else can you tell me about the stocks?
Well, the stocks is a free torture instrument invented by Sir Richard Stockman. He believes that torture is a common good, a space of... This way, everyone can modify the prisoner's state by forking him or distributing his individuality over him, usually in the shape...
You said Vilar de Fuentenegra is a superstitious village.
As soon as the word spread that you can understand every language, your neighbors denounced you to the Inquisition.
That scar on your face? It's the longest one I've ever seen.
A gift from battle from a soldier of that usurper Don Juan of Portugal. He was taken prisoner. I recognized him and tortured him savagely until death. I owe him my current vocation.
Who was in my cell before me?
A simpleton who satisfied his onanist impulses during vigil mass. Ooh. The idiot couldn't understand what he was accused of. He didn't have a clue what to confess. Shame, really.
Oh, for God's sake.
I like you, Don Miguel. You could have threatened me in the name of God or the devil, but you haven't, so I'll be merciful. Plead guilty to all charges. You'll be condemned to death, but you'll escape the terrors of my torture.
Then the Inquisition will be very happy to hear about your absence of faith.
You'll be pleased to know that this is exactly why the Inquisition hired me. So many prisoners down here threaten me with their satanic powers. A superstitious man would have fallen prey already. You swear in vain, Don Miguel. Your menaces don't, unlike the cretins of this superstitious village.
What's my disgusting cell companion accused of?
With sacrilege. Bloody hell. What? I like it. Bloody hell. What? I like it.
What's my disgusting cell companion accused of?
With sacrilege.
Don't be afraid, Don Miguel. As Satan's son, you'd better get used to all kinds of creatures, even my good Ursa's. Now we must leave.
No. I need you to answer some questions first.
Only one. The rooster is about to crow.
How did the cook's son die?
The poor boy died from the cold, I think. Ursus and I found him on our way to rescue you. A happy coincidence. You're satisfied?
No, not yet. Who are you?
My name is Gines de Orduña, and I belong to the Order of Minor Monks of St. Francis. Come here, I beg you. I haven't saved your life. I've granted you a new one, and I beg you, make good use of it.
I'm sorry. I think I owe you an apology, don't I?
Your only duty is to mount that horse right now, or all three of us will perish.
My name is John Yesterday. Yours too. Look at your left hand. If you have a scar like this one, then you've lost your memory, so let me bring you up to date. You are more than 500 years old. In 1501, the priest Gines de Orduña made you go through an alchemic transmutation, which makes you come back to life again each time you die. But when you resurrect, your body returns to the age and state that it was in when you first died, but you lose your memory. Thus, the email, and this video. 3 years ago, your girlfriend Pauline was transmuted too. When she dies, she comes back to life just like you, but with an advantage. She doesn't lose her memory. Look for her. Start here. In the meantime, if you want to know more about your past, visit this page.
John?
Yes.
Are you awake?
No.
Again?
Happy birthday, boss!
Boris, today's not my birthday.
Come down quick! I'm double parked. Come on! I gotta tell you something. You're never going to believe it.
Okay, you convinced me.
Thanks, John.
I'll take pictures of the sculpture and look for its documents.
And me?
John, you Google that collector just in case.
Victoria Baxter, right?
Yes, and me?
Maybe we could give her a little gift to make a good impression.
Well, as long as you take care of it.
And me?
You'll come to Baxter's house with me. If what you say is true and tomorrow she's leaving on a trip, we must be quick. But now park that van. You're breaking the law.
Yeah, no more tickets, Boris.
Happy birthday.
rat. I need you to find me a painting just like this one. Mediocre or bad quality. Anonymous painter. I'll come to Paris personally to pick it up in 2 days. I'll pay you a lot for that painting when I close a deal, but I'll give you a little present in advance. Tomorrow you'll receive a parcel from me, a set of there for you to set up a little security system in your shop. You have
Boris!
Hey, boss.
John told you to park the van.
Yes,
Are you doing it?
that's something I'm debating with him.
You'll pay the fine next time, okay?
Seems fair, boss.
Did you take the van to the repair shop?
You told me to go today, but the Baxter thing is more important, isn't it?
Yes, but
I'll take that as a thanks, Boris. Happy birthday.
are you sure you got it right? You sure she's interested in the Neo sculpture?
She said she had a soft spot for Japanese carvings, and as far as I know, ours is a marvel, isn't it?
Ours?
Yours.
I want you to stop calling John Choke.
Okay. But his name is Choke. 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 Choke, 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 choke.
Stop it, Boris.
Okay. End of argument. Choke.
I can't find the nylon hammer.
I have it.
Why?
None of your business. You want it?
Give it to me.
Sure, boss. Happy birthday.
John. Hey,
Nope, but let me look for it.
you already know what gift to give the collector?
No, not yet. But I'll get an idea from the info I go.
I can't stand him calling you Choke. Why can't he get used to your real name?
Because I was, the first good thing that happened to him after he lost his son and he went mad. Give him some time.
We've talked about this a lot of times. He's a bad worker, he costs us money, and we don't need him anyway.
I won't leave him again, Pauline. I promised him I'd take him out of the madhouse, and I did it. But now if I leave him in the street, what'll become of him?
You should see how he treats me when you're not around.
I don't know, maybe he's jealous.
Jealous?
He only has me.
He says, happy birthday, more and more. He's getting worse.
I wouldn't say that. I find him more centered. I mean, it's been months since he phoned the police to ask them about his son.
Yeah, now he just looks for him on Facebook. Are you sure that Baxter is interested in the Neo?
I know you're fond of the sculpture, but I think of it as a chess pawn. We lose it to save the shop. And of course she'll like it. According to Boris, she loves Japanese carved sculptures, and she won't find anything as good as our Nyo.
I guess you're right. But there's less and less of my father here. You look strange today. Is it because of the nightmare?
No. Yes. I don't know. It's like my memories are trying to tell me something. But what? When you die, you resurrect, but your body comes back to the shape it was in when you died for the very first time, and without any of your memories. So, although you had that scar erased with laser surgery, it's going to appear again if you die. When you die, so, your best girl, thanks to her, you've got a very worthwhile present. If the scar on your hand comes back, go to her and do whatever she tells you to do. You work at the antique shop that Pauline inherited from her father. Years ago, when you were known as Choke, you went crazy and lost your mind and ended up living in a derelict metro station in New York, where the psycho found you. Years ago, when you were known as Choke, you went crazy and lost. Down in the Cadway metro station, you made friends with another crazy street person. He was as nutty as you were. And what drove him crazy was that he couldn't accept the death of his son. Years later, you got him out of the loony bin they put him into and brought him to Paris, where he works with you and Pauline now. Three years ago, a totally crazy millionaire found you at Cadway, and he discovered that you were an immortal, and so he used you to become one himself. 3 years ago, a totally crazy millionaire. The crazy tycoon wasn't alone. He had a hunting dog who did everything he was ordered to do. White killed you, and when you resurrected with no memory, he lied to you. He gave you a false life, a false past, a false career, even a false mother. Yet, although White manipulated you into finding the potion of immortality, you also discovered some things you weren't supposed to. When that happened, like at the Hotel Doré in Paris, he killed you. And when you came back, he manipulated you again, making you start all over again. The last time that psycho killed you, he made you swallow mercury. That was a little mistake, because from then on, you started to remember small pieces from your past, which helped you to finish with him. The last time that psycho killed you, that was a little mistake, because from then on, your findings led you to the ruins of the Church of St. Fergus in Scotland, where you remembered how you were made an immortal, and where you threw the psycho into a well. Your findings led you to the ruins of the Church of St. Fergus in Hines de Orduña, founder of the Order of the Flesh, transmuted your body in 1501 so you could return from the dead. However, he excluded one of the ingredients from the potion of immortality, mercury, without which you come back without your memory. The weirdest thing is that Hines was in your dream. You met him as a boy. Hines de Orduña, founder of the Order of the Flesh, transmuted your body in 15... However, he excluded one of the ingredients from the potion of immortality. The weirdest thing is that the coin of judgment is the main ingredient of the potion of immortality. You believe that, if you can find one, you'll be able to undergo the same ritual, this time with mercury, so that in the future you won't lose your memory again. The coin of judgment You believe that. A mysterious blind master appears in your dreams, but only there, because his name is not in any history book. You don't even know in which era you met him. A mysterious blind master appears in you don't even know in which Hey, Boris.
Say, Joke.
You haven't parked the van yet?
Nope. I'm gonna finish up with something first, and I'll get to that in a jiffy.
What something?
Surfing Facebook. It's important.
Boris, the van?
Okay, Choke. In a jiffy.
Hey, man, are you going to park the van or not?
Sure, Choke. In a jiffy.
Seriously, Boris.
Park the van. I know. In a jiffy. You don't have to say a word. You want me to park the van, and I'll do it for sure. In a jiffy.
All right, when the cops come and they're going to tow it away, just let me know, okay?
Sure, Choke. In a jiffy.
All right, when the cops come...
Sure, Choke.
Did they send you the results from your last check?
Nope. Did I tell you he hit my knee with a little rubber hammer? It was crazy. My leg went boing, and I laughed my ass off. Now, I do it all the time. Boing, boing. You try it.
About this TV show. You know, the one where you saw Victoria... Which TV show was it that Baxter was on today?
One with famous people nobody knows. They're having breakfast with journalists who don't know what they're talking about. And no one sees because they're on at a time when everyone's still snoring.
Are you sure she said she was looking for a Nyo?
No. They asked her what she'll do now that she lives in Paris. She said she'd make a sweep of the antique shops in the city in search of Japanese art, which I have a soft spot for, especially for the carvings.
Did she happen to mention anything about her love for tobacco?
No. Wait, yes. When they asked her how she liked her breakfast, she said, "It's even better than the French standards. Happy birthday. Only a good pipe could improve it."
Why were they interviewing her in the first place?
Because they didn't have anyone else, I guess. But they said she is one of the most important collectors in Europe and wants to start her own little Japanese museum in Paris.
How much do you think we can ask Baxter for the sculpture?
Oh, what a nuisance. But don't tell the boss I helped you, okay? Date? Origin? Author?
It was made by Unkei, the most highly valued sculptor from the Kei school in Japan at the end of the 12th century.
Conservation state?
It was in very bad shape, but Pauline's father, he did an amazing restoration.
Around 600,000 euros. Happy birthday.
There's something I need to ask you about our previous life in New York.
Oh, Choke. Really? Again?
I know we've talked about it a lot of times, Boris, but I'm certain somewhere in my past there's a key.
Oh, okay.
Now tell me again.
I was in the station, sitting on a bench, waiting.
I know.
You sat beside me, not saying a word.
I know we've talked about it a lot of, but I'm certain somewhere in my past.
Oh, okay.
I started to think that the demolished station was a church, and that we were members of the
No idea. You talked a lot of nonsense. I liked that, because you were acting crazy, and you got food and things for us.
I know we've talked about it, but I'm certain.
Oh.
Do you think I could ever become...
Well, Choke, you still are Choke. Younger. You are less crazy, though. We're both improving.
I know we've talked about it a lot of times, but I'm...
Oh.
What exactly was it like when you saw me die, and then...
I laughed my ass off. I thought, so all that nonsense about
I know we've talked about... But
Oh.
Do you have any idea why I went to that...
You were sure that Cadway was related to Cadwallader, and someone with ginger hair.
You never told me that before.
Maybe. Or...
I know we've talked about it a lot, but
Oh.
Do you have any idea...
You were sure that Cadway was related to Cadwallader, and someone with ginger hair.
You never told...
Maybe.
I know, but I'm...
Oh.
I thought I asked you to buy ink for the printer,
And I did.
but there's no ink in the printer.
But you asked me to buy it, that's all.
Logical. Okay. So would you be so kind as to give me the ink cartridge for the printer, please?
With pleasure, Choke. Just ask me. Happy birthday!
Pauline,
Tell me.
here. I guess you'll need this to take the pics.
Oops, thanks. Where was it?
In the laptop slot. You left it there, I guess.
Oh, sure. I emptied it yesterday. Old.
Have you taken the photos of the...
I'll have them in no time. Don't.
Hey, I know what to gift back.
Are you sure we need to bribe?
It's not bribing. Anyway, Baxter is a pipe aficionado, and
John, that costs money.
it's not a stupid gift. It's a clever...
Okay, John. You.
There's only one detail missing. Could you paint back...
Okay. Give me a sample of that bee, and I'll.
There you go. The pipe and the letter sample. Any progress with the staff?
Not yet, but I'm.
I know I met your dad when I was Choke, but I'd love to meet him now again.
Why's that?
I don't know. I just thought that when remembering that your dad hid his everything you tell me, everything you did.
And complicated. Thanks anyway.
I saw some red drops in the shower. Did you hurt yourself or something?
John, why do you think I took 2 showers today?
I don't know.
It came just after the first shower.
What came?
John, have you learned nothing about women in 500 years?
Oh, right. I get it. Talking about your period. Well, you had it a couple of weeks ago, didn't you?
It's come up before. Tension, the debts.
An email arrived from the Antiques Association of Paris for the annual party thing.
I don't think we can go. Too much work.
It's just one night. I mean, it's not like we get invited to a lot. Okay, you're right. An email arrived from...
I don't think we can.
It's just one night. Okay, you're right. How can you work with that music?
It gives me energy. The opposite of those prehistoric lullabies that you like. Wait, if I tell you that it's a mysterious redhead playing this track, will you like it better?
So funny.
The key is to never forget the happiest years of your life. In my case, 72, 77, and 82. The year I became the owner of Le Tout Petit. The year I met your mother. And the year you were born. The key is, in my case, 72.
John! There you go. I almost filled the card. You wanted to see them before?
No need. You don't know how to take a bad picture.
John! I painted the bee on the pipe. What do you think?
Marvelous. Many thanks.
John! There. I finally found the sculpture documents.
Cool.
John! If things go well, maybe we can take a real holiday. Very far away.
Oh, I thought you wanted to visit Lemur and Weasel again.
Weasel will come one of these days to get a painting she needs. And to hell with Lemur. Hacker reformed, hacker buried.
Oh, I'd love to see her again. And her kids.
Well, we'll talk about it later. Are you sure that Baxter is...
I know you're fond of the sculpture. And of course she'll like it.
I guess you're right. John! I'm sorry about my negativity about all this. Sometimes I'm just so suspicious.
Hey, don't worry about it. It's okay. No, you should stay here. Hi, I'm from Le Tout Petit's Antique, and I... No, but actually... Wait, can you tell her that I have a 17th century Neo carving? Please? I'm the guy who rang before, the Neo guy.
There.
Are you sure it's him?
Yes. Sure. At last.
Hi.
Please, come in. Here's my card.
But there's no information on it.
Don't worry, it's not activated yet, Mr.
John Yesterday.
An appropriate name for an antique dealer, isn't it?
But I'm a historian too.
Even better then. What do you specialize in?
Satanism and sectarianism in the Middle Ages.
No way. I just received the first copy of a book about a satanic sect in the Middle Ages. I can't show it to you yet, but it will make people talk. The writer is an American who, by the way, you're an American, aren't you?
Yes, from New York.
Not a bad place to be an antique dealer. The old world has a rich history, but doesn't seem to appreciate it so much. My beloved London, for example, it has lots of history, but it's often...
You are absolutely right. However, I always...
Sorry, Mr. Yesterday. We're not here to answer your questions, but mine. Why on earth am I wasting my time with you? Shit!
I have a little gift for you.
Brilliant! You really know my taste. Many thanks. However, nobody's ever given me a present without asking me for something in return. Oh, shit! Are you going to tell me what it is you want, Mr. Yesterday?
Maybe you've heard I have a Neo by Unke. It's perfect and...
Why can't I see it?
Oh, sorry. Here are some photos of the sculpture and its authenticity documents.
You think of everything. I like you. Please make yourself at home while I examine all this. You'll see the room is full of valuable pieces. Feel free to touch. You are, after all, a colleague. I just received the first copy of a book about a
You may remove your blindfolds. Dearest disciples, behold, Santa Brigida's greatest treasure.
Where are we, Brother Hines?
Oh, that's none of your business, Brother Iago. It's written in an unknown language, one so rare it could even date back to the days of the Tower of Babel. No one has ever deciphered it, or managed to copy a single character from its alphabet.
Come on, who are you speaking of? Blind men and morons?
Do you dare to give it a try, Brother Giuseppe?
Hey, why does he get to go first? That's not fair.
Let's see. I don't understand a thing. These symbols. I can't stop. I'm trapped by them. Oh no! My God, what's happening to me? Why? Iago! Iago! Help me! Giuseppe!
Do not touch him. There's nothing you can do for him now.
No.
Put your blindfolds back on.
No.
I'll take you to your cells. Never speak to anyone about what happened on this night. And remember, you have seen nothing, nothing, nothing.